Hi guys, my name's Tushar and this is Catherine, and we're here today on behalf of the UNSW Business Society to facilitate a dialogue between the UNSW3 Plus team as well as the larger UNSW business student community. With us today on my left is Merlin Crossley, who is Deputy Vice-Chancellor of Education at the university, and on my right, Nick Wailes, who is Associate Dean of Digital and Innovation at the UNSW Business School.
So this part one of the series will focus on structure and fees and financials. So as we all know, in 2019, UNSW will be implementing the trimester system. So in a few short sentences, did you guys want to give a bit of a brief outline about what it would be?
Yeah, so we're looking for a way to make your life for students at UNSW better, to give people more opportunity, more flexibility, so that they have more options during their time studying at UNSW.
Yeah, and I think it's really exciting. It creates flexibility in the program. It gives students more options, and it caters for more different types of students in the model. The other great thing is the alignment with the Northern Hemisphere calendar, which means that we become part of the global university system.
Thanks for that, guys. So we're answering questions today submitted by people through a forum opened by the UNSW Business Society a few weeks ago. Our first question today is actually, how do trimesters affect the length of degrees if we take the standard 3 units per trimester, and theoretically, does it reduce time?
So that's one option. If you were doing a 3-year degree, you could, if you wished, finish one term early, or you could have a break in your studies to go overseas, do work experience or something else during that term.
So how would having trimesters affect what units are available when? Will there be more units offered more than once throughout the year than is currently available?
So it's a really great question. So the courses that are taught now will continue to be taught in the same rhythm, so there'll be the same availability. But what having the 3 sessions does gives us opportunities to put additional courses on or additional offering to enhance people's flexibility. We all know cases where you've missed a subject and you have to wait a long time to take it again. This is just going to make it a lot easier to create a more flexible environment. So what we do now, we'll continue to do, but we're hoping to grow options as well.
So Merlin, one of the questions that's come in from one of our viewers is whether they can overload in this trimester program. So for example, students who are in the transition period right now, can they do 4 subjects per trimester to ensure that they graduate by trimester 2 in 2019?
Yes, so we're very interested in the transition, and we're working hard on making sure that every student has a plan so that people's degrees will complete smoothly in 2019. But in general, we're not looking to encourage other students to overload, to go from 3 to 4 subjects per term.
And in that extra term in the summer break, can students do how many subjects?
So yes, that extra 5-week term will be available, and typically students would just take 1 subject there if they wished.
Yeah, I think it's really important for the students that are in the transition. We're going to work individually with you. So the last thing we want to do is extend your degree any longer than you have to be. So we'll be, really doing study plans with you. We want to make sure you're successful though, so we don't want to expose you to too much in too short a time. So it's really important that we have your best interests in heart.
Absolutely. And Nick, being on the side of the business school, for those students who are kind of doing combined degrees, is the business school working with other schools to make sure that transition can kind of happen and ensuring students who are in that transition period graduate at the right time?
Sure. So 70% of our undergraduate students are combined degree students. So you are our most important group, and we're really lucky to have great, smart students that are interested in doing a broad degree. So we've been working really closely with the 3+ team. All of our conversations are, how do we ensure that it's the best possible experience for that group of people? So there will all be 1 or 2 cases where we'll have to do something special, but we're working really hard to make sure that it's as clear and easy as possible.
Okay, great. So we're going to move on to fees and financials now. So one of the questions submitted was, will the fees for my courses increase or possibly decrease given that there are less contact hours?
So fees won't increase. The contact hours are actually the same. Mm-hmm. So you'll be studying 3 subjects and you'll be doing them more intensively over 10 weeks. But the volume of learning and the contact hours will remain the same for each course. So the fees won't change. You'll just be doing a smaller number of courses in a shorter amount of time so you can concentrate on them.
And in that regard then, do a lot of students who are kind of claiming Centrelink benefits at the moment, will those benefits be affected with the new 3 trimester model as opposed to having 2 semesters where you get a startup loan at the start of every semester?
So I don't know about the precise timing about the payouts, but what I do know is we've worked really hard with Centrelink to make sure that nobody is adversely affected and that they continue to get their payments. So one of the great things about the 3+ model is you can still be a full-time student and enrolled in just one course in a term. So that gives you options to slow down your study or those types of things, and then still contain the benefits of being a full-time student. So we're really confident that the Centrelink payments and all of those sort of port infrastructure will be preserved in this model and enhanced.
Absolutely. And Merlin, maybe just to follow up, there was actually a lot of talk in regard to the equity scholarships that might be increased or reduced as a result of trimesters. Did you have any kind of opinion on whether they would be, or any knowledge maybe if they were being increased?
So we're looking to increase equity scholarships across the university. There's never been an idea that we would reduce the scholarships. There was concern about the timing of the payments, that we made timing to coincide with the beginning of terms. Now, the ones that we control, we can do that. Other ones like government's payments, they have their own calendar, but we're introducing a loan system so that students won't be left without funds.
Awesome. Well, that wraps up our first part of this 3-video series, and this video was in regard to structure and fees and financials of the new 3+ model. So thank you so much, Merlin and Nick, for joining us in this video, and catch us in the next one. Thank you.